The important takeaway for a parent here is what's appropriate versus what isn't. And what I'm hearing from both of you in some ways is that yelling from time to time may be necessary, but verbal abuse,
never.
And those tend to go together. So I feel like maybe the research sometimes misses the mark, because what often goes with yelling is verbal abuse, hurling insults. If you just yell, put that down, that is very different than adding in or like some word or phrase that is
cursing
abusive
at your child, insulting your child, yelling shame at them or threats at them is real different than put your brother down.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and I think where parents struggle, and I work with parents all the time, and this is their biggest heartbreak, is they feel like they're yelling all the time. And no parent in the world wants to yell at their kids. They do it because they're pushed to the brink, because they don't have other strategies that are actually working.
So let's talk about that. What are the strategies as a parent you can utilize to maybe avoid getting to that point?
If parents do these 3 things, it'll go a long way. The first one is, let's prevent some of that behavior on the front end by getting to the root cause of the issue. So much of misbehavior is attention seeking. So if we give that attention on the front end with a tool I call mind, body, and soul time, it's life-saving for parents. It's 10 minutes of one-on-one time and attention where you are totally present in mind, body, and soul with that child. Just 10 minutes a day doing what they want to do. That gives them the attention up front, and so they're less likely to seek attention in negative ways. Second thing is, in the moment when the behavior is going down, instead of responding from the gut, just take a moment and connect. Get down on their level, give them a hug, say, wow, you're having a really hard time. How can I help? And then the third thing is to use no yelling consequences. And that means lay it all out ahead of time. Technology is turned off at 8 p.m. and it's charged in the kitchen. If you follow that rule, great, you can continue enjoying your technology. If not, well, then you're gonna lose your privileges for the next week. Have them repeat back what the rule is and what their understanding of the consequence will be.
And I think to your point, Nita, about like, sometimes you're just like, you're not hearing me, you're not hearing me. Now you're hearing me.
Yeah.
One thing that we know physiologically is that when you raise your voice, you raise your blood pressure. It's really hard not to feel stressed when you yell. Like, stress causes yelling, but yelling causes stress for adults, for kids too. So there's a couple of things that are just hacks. One is for parents, if we can intentionally drop the register of our voice, sometimes that gets their attention. Another thing is to get quieter, is to whisper the thing, and not just with little kids. Middle schoolers also want to know secrets. We lean in and stop what we're doing and pay more attention when somebody gets quieter. So we're like, you know, if you do that again, we're gonna have to go home. If you do that again, we're gonna have to go home. It's much scarier. Like, lean in and whisper, way scarier.
Such great advice from both
You're
of
nodding
you.
your head, so you agree.
Yes, completely.
I think what I've taken away from this is that verbal abuse is never okay.
Right.
If absolutely necessary, you know, if you yell at your kids in a way just to try to protect them,
or
feel bad about it, apologize, use it as a teaching moment. But I'm actually glad we came to an agreement on this, because parenting is confusing every time we do a topic on it. And so if you two are on opposite extremes, I don't know what I would say to viewers. Good luck. But thank you both so much for being with us.